All this overthinking, the more I swim, the more I'm sinking. Take me to a world of silver, no more heartbreaks, tears, painkillers. Take me somewhere unfamiliar.
Okay, musicians and dancer, ready ba kayo dyan? Okay. So, i-atras natin konti kasi parang iikot sila dito eh. Okay, atras natin konti.
Ang dancers nag-iikot.
Yes, parang may duration kasi sila eh. Parang iikot sila dito. Ikot ba kayo? Okay, so very good. Okay, everyone, musician, a count of 3, you start to play the musical instrument. Pag sinabi ko kung stop, look to the camera and you shout, then pose, Madayaw Dava. Pag sinabi kong stop, ano sasabihin? Good. Even yung mga dancer, ganyan din. Pag sinabi kong stop, pose din kayo, then shout Madayaw Davao because Madayaw, that means good and beautiful. Pag sinabi nyo, maganda kami sa Davao. No? So, yun. Okay. Okay. Set up muna natin. Okay. Okay. So, everyone ha, at count of 3, you start to play the musical instrument. Pag sinabing stop, anong sasabihin? Right, very good. 30 seconds tayo. Okay, bago ako magsabi ng stop, magaganon po ako, magbibigay muna ako ng signal para yung mga dancer hindi nyo ma-block po dito, yung sa front. Nagbibigay kayo ng space. So, sasabihin ko, before ako mag-stop, magsasabi ako, and stop. So, sa end ko pa lang, meron na kayong time na mag-place dito sa gilid para hindi sila ma-block sa front. Okay? Ready? A count of 3. And 1, 2, 3, and start! Very good, children! Ang gagaling, ang gagaling. At least may participation kayo dito sa Davao City. Kahit wala pang kadayawan, nag-advance celebration na kayo. Let's say it's all a cultural immersion, no? So, thank you very much sa pag-participate po. At least, meron kayo participation. So, that's your signature. Okay, let's continue. Let's continue po. So, everyone listen. This is another musical instrument. This is what we call saluruy, no? Saluruy is a string instrument, no? So, even yung string niya ay hindi gawa po sa metal kundi inangat lang pa rin na bamboo. So, mahina lang siya pakinggan. Pero alam niyo ba, ginagamit to every time nagre-present sila ng courtship ritual. So, that means pag nangliligaw yung babae yung lalaki sa babae, dinadaan muna sa musika at sayaw. So may partner siya, no? Yung lalaki, hawak niya yung faglong, yung mataas na gitara na 2-string musical instrument. Ang babae, ito po particular sa kanya. Alam niyo ba, for the duration na 2 minutes, pag hindi lumapit yung babae sa pagsasayaw, sa pangliligaw ng lalaki sa babae, parang yun yung hudyat na hindi niya sinagot. No? Pero pag nag-play sila for the duration na 2 minutes, tapos yung sa pa lang 30 seconds pa lang, halos lumapit na yung babae, tapos gustong-gusto niya, pinapakita niya na gusto yung lalaki, that means sinagot niya. No? So they use this musical instrument to present their courtship ritual. Alright? So this is what we call saluruy or sauruy. And another one, this is what we call palindag. No? It's a wind instrument. Flute to flute. No? So bamboo flute. Yeah, so palindag, alam niyo ba, palindag means lamentation or grief. That's how they release their emotion for the loss of their loved ones. No, bagay to kay Julia, no? Nung iniwan siya ni joke lang. So, by the way, so ito yung ginagamit nila. If you hear this, pag ginagamit to as a musical instrument, mapapakinggan niyo yung iyak ng kawayan, no? So, parang kalungkutan. Pero nowadays, wag tayo dun sa mga negative. Dun tayo lang palagi sa musical, sa positive. Gawin lang natin musical instrument, pero wag na yung hugot, no? So, again, this is what we call palindag. And another one, dagong. Pag sa awit ng tanghalan, pag sintunado ka, gong ka. No? So anyway, this is a common percussion that used to provide rhythm age dances. Every time may mga darating po dito sa nowadays, no, pag may dadaong po mga VIP sa airport, sinasalubong po sila ng sayaw at saka ng tugtog, no, ng mga Muslim community. So they use this to provide rhythm each dances as a musical instrument. But alam niyo ba itong musical instrument na to, it signifies times of a day across the villages before. So that means ito yung taga-inform sa mga tao na magsihanda kayo kasi may kakasal na bagani or datu sa tribu. Magsihanda kayo kasi may paparating na kalamidad, no? Magsihanda kayo kasi yun nga, meron tayong i-celebrate, no, pasasalamat sa magandang ani. So, ito yung pag-siri nila nung una, no? Taga-mensahe. But nowadays, ginagamit na nila as a musical instrument. Kasi meron na tayong kampana ng simbahan at high-tech na tayo, no? Sa disaster, meron na tayong mga sirens, no? So, that's the agong. Okay? Let's move forward. Anyway, pakita ko po muna, this is the abaka rope. So ano nga ba yung significant role po ng abaka? Alam niyo ba, nung si Davao nakilala as Little Tokyo, ang pinarami po ng mga Japanese dito ay abaka. Abaka, it's a family of banana. But compare mo sa banana, makapag-bear lang ng fruit yung banana, pero yung abaka ay hindi. But the strands of the abaka compared to the strands of banana ay mas matibay. Kasi water resistance to, no? The more na mababasa to, the more siyang tumitibay. At alam niyo ba, 20% ng Philippine paper money natin merong abaka. Yung lumang pera na gamit pa rin natin until now, hindi yung polymeric ha. So meron siyang 20% na abaka. Okay? So that's why patok na patok tong rope nung una kasi mode of transportation, wala pang bus, wala pang eroplano, kundi trading ship, ship o barko pa. So every time mag-drop anchor, best tong gamiting lube, no? Pag sawa na kayo sa buhay, pwede dito gamitin. Mas joke na. So anyway, this is the Santa Ana Port. This is the first port po na na-establish dito sa Davao. The background of this photo is the Samal Island. Pag magsasamay island kayo, dito kayo sasakay ng chartered boat. Mag-island hopping na ba?
Yes.
Okay. Tapos na. So, dito kayo nakasakay. And soon, magiging state-of-the-art port na po yan ng Davao. That's the first port po na na-establish po dito sa Davao. And this is open as a port of entry connecting Davao to the world in 1922. So, lahat po ng mga puti dyan, abaka yan lahat. No? We owe our development here in Davao City sa mga Japanese na nagsettle dito. At tinawag yung Davao as Little Tokyo before the war, 1930 to 1940, because umabot into 20,000 po yung population ng mga Japanese dito by marrying that to lineage women. And that's why po, ito yung pinaka-importante. That's why po si Davao became accidentally as a chartered city just because of the Japanese. Alam niyo ba, in order to stop the widespread of the Japanese, nagpanukala ng batas. This is the Commonwealth Act number 51, an act creating the city of Davao. So we accidentally became a chartered city just because of this act and just because of the Japanese, na pinirmahan ni Commonwealth President Manuel L. Quezon. So that means, October 16, 1936, na pirmahan ni Manuel L. Quezon, then followed by March 1, 1937, yung official declaration po ng Davao as a chartered city. So that means, 1937, since officially kami na-declared as a chartered city, dyan na kami nagsimulang mag-practice ng federalism. So that means we became an independent. Whatever revenues na nag-gather namin sa city, that's only for the city. We're not given a budget sa national. So 244,400 hectares po ang kabuuhang lawak ng Davao. Because we're not also like declared as a chartered city, but also we are known as the largest city in the Philippines. So that means yan yung kabuuhang lawak po na na-acquired ng mga Japanese na lupa. 244,400 hectares. Nandito po kayo ngayon sa largest city in the Philippines within terms of land area. We are 3 times larger than Metro Manila, 7 times larger than Cebu City, and 4 times larger than Singapore. So that means we're not governed by the governor, we're governed by the mayor. The highest position here is the mayor. At sa sobrang laki ng Davao, hinati sa 3 congressional districts. First, second, and third district. And each district may congressman. But those congressmen, they're under by the mayor ng Davao City. That's the Davao City as a chartered city with a total of 182 barangays. Geographically, we belongs to the province of Del Sur, but politically, we are city alone. We're following the Commonwealth Act number 51 na na-implement noong March 1, 1937. Okay, so 86 years na po kaming nagpa-practice ng federal form of government. Kasi lahat ng mga revenues na nag-gather intended for Davao City alone. Okay, let's move forward. Anyway, this is the first typewriter nga pala na na-introduce dito sa Davao after the war. And this is also the 2-person crosscut na ginamit to cut trees before. Ceramic plates, multiple jar, and also abacus. Bago pa na invento yung digital na calculator, ito pa yung gamit na calculator. And everyone, ito yung pinakamatindi. Ang foot-operated stapler. No? Ito yung stapler na gamit nila before. So patunay lang na heavy duty pa yung hindi pa commercialize yung mga papel nung una, kaya ginagamitan pa ng heavy duty na stapler. Ganito daw kahirap pag mautusan ka ng boss mo na ipaabot yung stapler. Paabot ang stapler, yes boss, no? Hindi kagaya ngayon, maliit lang.
Ito nagagamit niyo pa?
Hindi na po, for exhibit kasi nahirapan kami maghanap ng bala dito na mag-fit na bala. Okay, anyway, this is also the tinatawag na coral reef inspired, nanalo po sa international competition. No? Gawa po ni Marie Chris Florendo Brias. Pag pupunta kayo ng Samal sa Pearl Farm, owned by the Florendo family yan. Sila Gameo po nagpapatakbo. So, ito po yung gawa ng isa na member ng family ng Florendo, si Marie Chris Florendo Brias. So, ginamitan niya ng water-resistant materials. So, ginamitan niya ng twigs ng coconut, nilagyan ng strand ng abaca at nirap niya ng wire. Then, conceptualize niya into sea corals na tinatawag na sea fan. Kaya di na tayo magtataka kung bakit nanalo to sa international competition. Dubai, US, and Japan competition. Alright? So, let's move forward. And another one here, gawa po ng local artist na si Jong Tangiday. Ito po yung mythology, nireflect po sa mythology po ng mga Bagobo. So that means, belief pala ng mga Bagobo, through mythology, naniniwala sila na there's also life after death to them. So pagkatapos ng buhay dito sa earth, they continue to live in the underworld. And Bibuyan, she's also known as the gods of the underworld of the Lumads community. No, siya po ang gumagabay sa lahat ng mga spirits na namatay dito sa mundo at papunta doon sa underworld. At marami siyang breast because she's not only a gods of underworld but also a mother and then the gods of fertility. No? Front and back po yung breast niya. So mga women daw, mga babae na mahirapan na magkaanak, pray over lang daw si Bibuyan at iyayaan ka daw niya ng anak according to the mythology ng Bagobo. So another works of the local artist na nakilala sa National Artist of Visual Arts. Oil acrylic on canvas, but our artist did not use a paintbrush to paint this portrait. Fingertips po yung gamit niya. No? Si Rosa Santos Munda nga pala ang dating presidente ng Philippine Women's College of the Philippines. Ngayon po ay PWU na. And she's the one who initiated to establish the branch of PWC here in Davao. And she's the daughter of General Paulino Santos, after whom the Gensan or the General Santos City is named. Siya po ang kinikilalang Mona Lisa ng Davao City, Rosa Santos Munda. So authentic po na painting to, pag ibebenta mo, nasa worth 5 million pesos pag ibebenta mo to. No? Pag nakakolekta kayo ng painting na galing sa kamay ng national artist, lalo pa yung artist na matay na, ang value ng painting nagmamahal yan habang tumatagal. No? So pag may collection kayo ng painting na galing sa kamay ng national artist, tapos buhay pa yung artist, patayin nyo na para mas magmahal. Naka-joke lang. So anyway, dito po tayo. Another work of National Artist of Visual Arts, gawa po ni Ang Kyukok. Collection nga pala ni Ma'am Joy and Sunny Belmonte ng Quezon City. Binigay ka Ma'am Inday Sara Duterte. Hindi niya alam na sa worth 5 million pesos din ito, no, pag ibebenta. Gawa po ni Ang Kyukok, the Baweño Chinese na nakilala sa National Artist of Visual Arts. Still Life of Durian po ang title, no? So, as Davao represent as Durian, capital of the Philippines. Alam niyo ba
house music.